Hey friends, Dan here. Today I'm going to be just reviewing my Squier vintage modified Jaguar. So I picked this up about a month ago and that's it there. She's a real beauty. Funny enough, I was actually looking for a Strat and I ended up in the local music shop and I found a Mustang, which I kind of liked. And then I just happened to see this on the wall and I was like, you know what, let me try it. And so I did, and I instantly fell in love with it. It's different. It really is. It's much different than what I'm used to playing, like the 80s kind of shredder guitars, the humbucker, that style. But I wanted something different because my music requirements have changed. I'm playing worship music, so some of those flashy guitars just don't work for both sound and looks. So I thought I'd go with this. Like I said, the moment I picked it up and played it, I loved it. It's a bizarre guitar, I will admit, but in a good way. I love it. And so if you've never played one, it's kind of neat, like all these different switches. So basically, it's the same thing as the Fender Jaguar, except about $1,000 less. And the parts aren't quite as good, but this is a really great guitar. I love it. So it's got a glossy back. It's nice and smooth. It's not like some of those other cheap guitars I've seen where it's an unfinished neck, which I can't stand it. But this is nice. It's glossy. It's not like the nitro cellulose or whatever it's called, like that lacquer feel the original Fenders had, but it's good. So it's got the vintage style tuners with the split in there, so you put the string inside and wrap it around, so that's kind of neat. I think it's a bone nut, I can't remember. It kind of looks like plastic to me, but and the frets are nice. The two single coils. Now these switches are neat. So you got 3 switches here that control all of this with the volume and tone, and so you have the neck pickup, bridge pickup, and what's called a strangle, which is basically a mid-cut. That's what it sounds like. And so that's that circuit, and then up here you have a completely different circuit. If you flip up to engage it, then you're only engaged the neck pickup. So the master, volume, and tone down here don't work if you're up here. So I accidentally remembered that on stage the other day. I forgot I was engaged with this circuit, and I was just messing around, as my pastor was talking, and I heard it come through, and I was like, that's weird. My volume's down. I had my volume down here. Didn't matter. I was up here on this volume. See, so like right now, I'm engaged on just the neck, so I get the volume and tone with the neck pickup. I can turn the master volume right down and it's still there. So now if I switch back to the normal circuit down here, now I have the pickup, strangle, and then volume tone. So now it sounds a little different. So that's the basics of it. It does have a whammy bar here too. I don't have it installed, but it just pops in and you can use it from all of that. So here's a couple different tones. So that's just the neck. If I engage the strangle, pickups. And both pickups with the strangle engaged. Different tones there, and if I switch to a more clean ambient tone, and I'll do both pickups now. And strangle, both pickups. And just the next neck circuit. Nice and dark. That'd be a good jazzy tone if I brought up a nice clean preset. You can hear that. And you can go a little heavier too with a preset here. Just the neck. Or sorry, just the bridge. And both pickups. Both pickups with the strangle engaged. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like I say, it's a real beauty. Triple sunburst, I love it, and it's we call it an offset body, so it sits a little differently, but I like it. And I even bought a custom form-fitting case for it, the hard shell travel case. You can bring it on a plane if you want to. So it was a couple $100, but hey, you know what? I wanted to baby this guitar. I just wanted a guitar I could buy and not have to do anything to it. And so I have no intention of swapping out the pickups or swapping out the nut for graphite or anything else. I looked into different bridge options because sometimes you can get a little buzz or a little weirdness. But all I really did was just made sure that this was centered. If you can't really see it from that angle, but just make sure it's centered, and then raise the height accordingly. The saddles don't actually have the adjustment screws to raise them up. They're perfectly formed. I think it's a 9mm radius, and so if you kind of look at it from the back, you can see they automatically go like that. So you can get other bridges that have them. So I looked into the Tusk graphite nut, the saddles, and they have the adjustment screws on them so you can raise them up. But it's a lot of work and money. And like I said, I just wanted something I could take out of the box, play, and it works. So the only thing I had to do was a couple of strings were slightly off in the intonation. Fix those, and then I raised the height of the bridge, which there's a nut in there and here. It comes with an Allen key. You just put it in, raise it, lower it, and so I did that to my preference for the height, and that's all I really did. It came with 9s. I put 10s on them because with the 9s, here's another quirk. Sometimes the high E string will slip out of the saddle So that's kind of a nuisance if you're bending way up high. I don't know if you can hear that, but yeah, sometimes that'll pop out. So I found with the 10s, not such a big deal. And if you want to go even higher with 11s or 12s, even better. But if you do, of course, you're going to have to ensure that the nut will take the thicker string gauges. So that's it. That's my Squier vintage modified Jaguar, however you want to pronounce it. It's awesome, man. I love it. And for 520 bucks new Canadian, that's a great deal. Really is. Love it. All right, thanks for watching.